Good evening everyone, it's late 28th February, the month is ending. That means another video of what I've been up to paint-wise. You're going to see a few new features, some old ones, and some work in progress. The first mini I want to show is the Red Goon by Duncan Shadowluca, which I started last month. I kept to the original plan of violet underneath, red from above. I've added a few highlights here and there on the most prominent surfaces of diluted pink. You see that it's an FDM print, especially in these crevices here and the surfaces here and here. It's good for tabletop, but it's not good enough to spend a lot of time actually picking out details, because I'd call them fuzzy, blurry, they're not crisp. It's hard to get to them. So this is number one. Let's put you down here. Number 2 and 3 are also the two goons, cyberpunkish goons, which I showed last month. You probably remembered them the same color as the guy over there. I'll drop a still image in here for you for comparison. I did the paint scheme, a similar paint scheme to the one over there, but remember what I said, that guy is not crispy enough? Well, they're even less crispy. So with a bright paint job like this, they were actually more blurry and fuzzy. I didn't like them that way, so I decided to redo them. What I did was pretty straightforward and simple. First primed them black again, then Zentil highlight from above, like in Zentil highlights. Next, the entirety of the body except the guns was covered in GW's, I believe, Dragonhof Nightshade, and then I glazed over with a blue ink on the more prominent panels, more prominent armor plates, and the gun got a Nuln oil wash. Besides that, there's some green ink in various degrees on their face masks to imitate some kind of helmets, translucent helmets. You might also notice that there's a little bit of violet on this guy's hand. I initially wanted to try out some violets. How would they look? I didn't like the outcomes and decided one hand is okay, but I won't go with the entirety of the miniature. So these are 2 and 3. Number 4 is also a work in progress from last month. The last work in progress from last month. That was a bit of a spoiler. It's the Orc Dakajet that I was pimping, which I want to show. It reminded me, also as last month, how much I don't know how to paint yellow. I'm not fond of the paint job overall. It's rather flat. You can see that there are a few shades of yellow, but they don't pop up as much. And washing yellow makes it look very dirty, but not in the right kind of way. I did a magnetic base for easier transportation. So this is just a plastic fork, a bit of a plastic fork, a small magnet on top, and a transparent base, and a small magnet on the base of the miniature. A bit of a twist in his flight direction to make him look a bit more interesting. So that's number 4. Number 5 is a miniature which I printed a long time ago, which has been waiting in a box for its time. It's for a game called Imperial Assault. a board game, well, miniature board game. It's an IG-88 assassin droid. I'm very happy with how the print came out and decided that it's about time to take this guy up and paint him. The paint scheme is pretty simple. It's just a few silver dry brushes over black and washed with either brown or black washes. The guns are tainted blue, but I'm not sure. You should be able to see it, that they're a bit more blue than the rest of the miniature, and the belts are brown. Let's say black, I don't know why they're brown. Yeah, I really like the sculpt. It's a free sculpt available from Thingiverse. It's one of the few things that I want to print for my Imperial Assault game. Yep. So this is number 5. Numbers 6, 7, and 8 are also for Imperial Assault. They're Ewok warriors. I've printed. Hard to grab them all at once, so maybe let's not grab them all at once. I've printed 2 of them some time ago when I found a fan-made card of Ewok warriors for the skirmish variation of the game, and decided that Ewoks, that would be pretty cool. Found some few free designs on Thingiverse and decided to print them up. Actually, I printed this guy as first, and he has a bit of a different style than the rest, and the other 2 guys. Whoop. Yeah, he was the first one. Then I decided to print the second one, which is a bit of a different vibe. As you can see, he has some more work on his arm and fur in general. This one is pretty flat. This one has some crevices here and there to simulate that the fur is a bit more fluffy. This one I decided to print not so long ago, so quite happy with the quality of the print. I'm getting better and better instead of worse, so yay for me. Yeah. These 3 guys I'll be using sometime in the future for Imperial Assault. That's almost everything that I painted. Let's jump into the work in progress section, which is actually a repetition from last month. The only things that are still work in progress is the samurai that you saw last month. Still a work in progress. One thing that I know for sure is that I'm going to repaint him. I have a tendency of keeping miniatures on my work desk, so when I'm at work I can look at them from time to time and decide if I like them or not. And after looking at him for over a month, I decided that nah, this is not the paint scheme that I want to do on you. So you're going to get repainted black as a little highlight, and I don't know. I'm thinking about doing him similar to these guys, so in blue. Let me know what you think about it. Is a blue samurai a good idea? Maybe. Don't know. Okay, so that's one. The rest are, of course, Orc Storm Boys. Still 5 of them. I've decided that I'm going with the bronze backpacks, which I showed last time, that I was not that happy about. But yeah, same as with the samurai. I just kept them for a month on my desk, looking at them from time to time, and at some point I decided that they're good enough. They're good enough. They're cool. I might try something different mid-painting the other guys, but probably they'll just stick to the same scheme. What's the rest? So you were not painted, let's get you back. Yeah, just started on some uniforms and some skin tones. There we go. Uniforms are with Dark Reaper and skin tones are with Lauren Forest, I believe the paint is called. Something like that. Yeah. So U5. Yeah, these 4 jumped into the queue because I simply had a Imperial Assault theme going on in my head for a moment. But I want to finish these guys before I jump into anything else. That being said, these are not the only things which I finished this month.
Some time ago I purchased 15mm scale ruins from Terrains for Games, a friendly company with which I work from time to time and really like the support. These were prototypes. As I mentioned last month, I want to use them for a game of Hardwired in 15mm. I also have plans for other games with their usage, so decided that if I want to actually play anything in 15mm, it would be good if I would have some kind of terrain, bigger terrain. The best would be city terrain. So these were one of the items that I've started and actually managed to finish this month. Here is a short clip of how they work with miniatures on them. As you can see, they blend pretty well. There are a lot of surfaces when you can put miniatures both on the ground floor, on the first floor, and on other damaged places. I've mixed in a little bit of brown and black into the paint job to simulate some smoke scarring, I think they call it like that. These are pretty big, pretty spacious, easy to maneuver miniatures in, easy to put and handle. Overall, I really like the design. I think they are going to be a beautiful add-on to my collection. Would it be possible to make them even better? Yes, of course. I'm just a lazy bastard and I want to get them as battle ready as possible in the quickest amount of time. That's everything for this month. So that's everything for this month. 3 Cyberpunks, 4 Imperial Assault miniatures, and a single Dakajet finished, plus 5 ruins. I call them bigger than smaller pieces of terrain, so a total of 13 miniatures and terrain elements this month. I'm pretty happy with the result. As always, if you liked this video, like, share and subscribe, and see you soon. Bye.